Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to talk about the maximum, how we can find the largest number, how we can find the maximum number. In my previous video we talked about how we can basically add two numbers. So this time around we want to know which number is the largest, which number is the maximum. So it's not too far from what we've done. So the first thing we're going to do is what? Guess. We're going to create a function. So we'll create our function now. Find largest number. So we create our function. So inside this function we have parameter. Let's just say number one. Let's see, instead of giving it num1, let me write it in full this time around. Number 3, right? Open curly braces. So now if you remember, this is where, oh, you see, I made a mistake. What mistake did I make? I didn't put my curly braces. I didn't put my arrow icon. Yeah, so you can see. So remember in our previous video, I told you that the logic is where we're going to put the logic inside the function. Like the way we did the add numbers, I created a variable, we added number, so that was where the logic was inside that function. So it's not too far from what we've done. So this time around too, we're going to do our logic inside this function called find largest number. So what I'm going to do now is we just do let largest, we'll use a variable largest. So let this largest be, let's say let largest be number, let largest be number 1, right? So we're going to do a conditional statement. So this is where we are going to make use of if else, if else, and the likes. So we'll just write like this. If you put it in brackets, right? You put it in brackets. You know that if number 2 is greater than the largest, so that means you are indirectly saying if number, sorry, I didn't even write number 2 well. If number 2 is greater than number 1, that's indirectly what we are saying. If number 2 is greater than the largest, which is number 1, now open the curly braces and I'll write the largest equals to number 2, right? Then I'll now write else if, open another bracket, number 3 is greater than the largest. Number 3 is greater than the largest. I didn't write number 3 correctly. It's making noise. Yeah. If number 3 is greater than the largest, open another curly braces and be like largest equals to number 3. I hope we get it to this extent. So this is where we are putting the logic. So what we are saying that we declared a variable, and we just assume that, it's an assumption. Let's assume that number 1 is the largest. So we said if number 2 is larger than number 1, if number 2 is the bigger guy than number 1, let us make number 2 the largest number. Else, if number 3 is bigger than number 1 or bigger than number 2, if number 3 is bigger than number 2, yes, if number 3 is bigger than number 2, let's make number 3 the largest. So that was basically what we did here. So first of all, we said if number 1 is the largest number 1. So if number 2 is bigger than number 1, number 2 is the largest. If number 3 is bigger than number 2, number 3 is the largest. So this is what you call conditional statement, conditional rendering in JavaScript. So this is where the logic is. So I'll now do return largest. Right? I didn't even zoom in. I'm very sorry, guys. I hope you could see what I was doing before. Okay, so this is the largest. So this is the largest. So this is where we'll now start declaring our variable now. So now I'll now say let number 1 equals to 20 as an assumption. Let number 2 equals to 60 as an assumption. let number 3 equals 200 is an assumption, or let me even say equals -2 is an assumption. So it's not too far from what we've done. So I'll now create a variable, const biggest, let me even just say biggest figure, let me say biggest figure equals to, I'll now write the name of the function, find largest number, and I'll now write what was in the parameter, number 1, number 2, number 3. Alright, so I'll now do console.log what biggest figure. So once I check now my console, I should see is 60 as the largest. So let me just check my console now. Guys, can you see 60 the largest? So let's just assume I now make this guy 100, so it doesn't look like, okay, this is already more than 100. Can you see largest? So this is how you can make, if you want to find out the largest number, you just simply do something like this. And if I venture you don't really like this if statement, there's another way in which we can actually solve this problem. So let me remove this guy, let me remove this if statement guy. So let me now say let largest equals to math dot max number 1, number 2, number 3, and I can assure you that we'll still get this. The answer will not still have changed. Can you see? So this is another way. Instead of writing if else statements, you can also find out the maximum number through this math.max. So this math.max, this is an object, and this is is a method. So we are calling this method to find out the maximum number in this in parentheses, in this bracket. So that's just basically how to find the largest number. If they tell us to find the largest number amongst these, that kind of a thing, among these, they give an exercise and they tell you find this largest number in JavaScript. This is exactly how you will just turn out to do it. So you either use math.max or you use the if else statement that I previously did. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please remember to subscribe to my channel so you do not miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.